Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It is a frigid Friday night. I am happy to bring you a presentation of the Fallen Kings Cup. We are here in round 3 of the Swiss stage of this tournament. And we will bring you a Division 1 matchup between Blackout and Katartico, I believe is how you say it. That is how I will be pronouncing it. If I'm wrong, someone will correct me. Blackout, sitting at 1-1. Unsure of Katartico's record. But I expect this one to be fun. We are here on Haunted Forest. It is Customs Week. We have an interesting, wacky little map pool this week, consisting of City 17, Open Road, Crash Course Rerouted, No Mercy Rehab, Haunted Forest, and I Hate Mountains. A little bit of a wacky pool this week, so expect some interesting maps, some interesting casts. I, for one, am excited. I love me some Haunted Forest. I love me some Haunted Forest tournament matches. I'm very excited to bring you this one, because we are waiting on Lang and Access to ready up before we get this game underway. And as I say that, we're going live. Division 1 matchup. Blackout, Katartico begins now. Opening attack will be a spitter, Jockey, Hunter, Boomer. And here we go, Hunter from the top. Jockey latching on. It's going to be a double cap in the front. Boom locks in a triple. Spit's going to get quite a few damage because the Spit knocks him. Is knocked in. Oh my god, great start. Look at this. 9% on the opening attack. And we are underway here on Haunted Forest. I do believe Blackout, now I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty really certain Blackout knocked off Question Mark in week 1. So that is an impressive showing to start their tournament life here in the Fallen Kings Cup. Next attack on the way. It's going to be an early quad attempt. We have our first quad attempt of the game. Interesting to go for it super early. They have rocket spawns. Here we go. Quad is in. Smoke latches on. Charger melted down. Jockey's going to land. Going to be a bit of a slow clear. Hunter skeeted. And they mop up that quad nicely. First tank is going to be all the way back at 83%. As Katartico continues their progress through Chapter 1. I love Haunted Forest. Doesn't get a lot of love from the players. I feel like a lot of people just seem to not enjoy this map. Little boom from the bush, not able to find anything. And they're going to leave it alive. Here comes a charger from the front. Can't find a target. Jockey melted down. Spit's got nowhere to go. And no chill here and let the Spit run out. They can go around it. Alice is going to walk into it and take a couple ticks. But they can just walk around this. That was a nice attack there. Bouncing, recovering nicely so far after that first attack. After that 9% first attack. About 23% from tank. Bit more of an open area here. Another quad attempt. Blackout is spamming quads at the moment. I don't know how wise that is. I mean, they're missing a lot of damage value from these spitters, but we'll see. Hunter looks like he's coming from the front. Smoke can't find a pull. Here comes the charger. It's going to get melted down. Wait, no! It's going to be a tri-cap! One slam comes out from that charger. I'm surprised that charger didn't get melted down. He spawned in such an obvious spot. Nice Hunter distraction along with the jockey. No quad. Only about 3% taken off, but still, nice tri-caps landing. As they continue forward, and we are coming up on the first tank of this tournament match. It will be up in the hands of Renaps for Blackout. As he sends in his boomer before becoming the tank, Spit's going to go down. He's got a Hunter and a jockey up as well. Renaps will be backed up by Darky, Alive, and Jorman. And over on the side of Katartico, we've got Lang, Flyra, Access, and one more player. And I'm not sure. I didn't have time. I didn't translate his name. I fear I didn't know there was a player with a different language name on the team. So it could be any of those guys. I think it's Zeus, actually. I looked at the profiles. I do believe that is Zeus over on Katartico. So that fourth player is Zeus. As his tank taking his time, getting the support he wants. He's got 100 Charger Jockey. I mean, I think that's what he's going to do. If they wanted to sack the Charger, they would have done so already. He's going to drop the second pass, so I fear we're going to have a commit soon. Renaps. Tank number 1. Going to be rolling it in here. Here we go. First tank engaged, rolling in. Charger guys get something early. Can't find anything. Hunter's pre-spawned up as well. Jockey in the back. Tank hasn't found anything yet. Sport's going to go in. Jockey can't find anything. M2 cleared out. Hunter's skeeted. This tank is going to get nothing. He throws a rock. It's going to get skeeted. He's going to back out trying to save face, but this tank is not going to get anything. Maybe a curve rock. Can't find a target. It's going to get skeeted right out of the air. And this tank, one more curve rock attempt. Skeeted again. 1,500 HP. Smoke pull forward. He's going to be able to get a punch off of that, but no corner because Ellis gets punched really far away. One more rock. Not able to get it out. Boomer dies in the back, and that's going to be a dead tank. 70% of the bonus. Only one punch coming out of that one. Impressive showing from Katartico. Shutting down the early attempt at the support. And they just make it through this tank healthy. And they don't have much map to go. As we'll see what the SI get next. We have a charge spit, Jock, Hunt. So good damage value, and they needed to do a lot. 773 bonus on the survivors right now. They got a lot of work to do, and not a lot of time to do it, as we are on probably what's going to be the last hit. As we come up on this hole. Hunter's pre-spawned down below. Same with the Charger and the Jockey. Looks like everything's going to come from below. Nothing's going to attack the top. Here comes pre-spit. Charger's going to find a target. Same with the Hunter. And they're going to be able to get the clears, but look at all this damage. Jockey's going to keep him in the spit. Wow, that's going to be over 20, not quite 20% of the bonus, but still, that was a big hit. And the bonus is still major, but they bring it down a little bit. They're going to lock in 656 for a chapter score of 1,156. What a start for Katartico here on Haunted Forest. So I went ahead and confirmed it. That last player on Katartico is indeed Zeus. Great start on their side. Let's see what they can do. SI. Let's see if Blackout can respond. 2-2 Hunt Jock to kick us off.
Reloading.
We'll see if Blackout can get a nice response here. As they send in the Hunter, skeeted right out of the air. Jockey comes in from the rear. Spit's got nothing. Jockey still hasn't found anything. Rochelle's actually going to eat a bit of damage, but still. Better first take from Blackout. Only 3% as opposed to their 9% opening attack over on the SI side. But we saw Katartico recover greatly after that first attack, barely taking any damage the rest of the way through, including only a one-hitter tank. So, Blackout begins their trek as we have a tri-cap, Charger Smoker Hunter, along with the Spitter. They're not going to spam quads quite like we saw Blackout did, at least not yet. I got these rocket spawns up here. Smoker maybe going to try and get a pull from the tree area. Here we go. Smoker's in. Charger gets a rocket. That's going to be a double cap. Hunter covers with the triple. It's going to be a tri-cap for a minute. Some spit ticks coming out. Everything gets mopped up. Down to 90%, and they will continue forward.
Yeah, I'll take the shotgun.
Grab the shotgun.
Reloading. You suck.
Reloading.
Sorry, I had my captions on. Track up, Hunter Charger Jockey with the boom. Here we go. Maybe trying to get the survivors. They're split 3-1. Boom gets pop. Hunter in the back. Jockey up front. Here comes the Charger looking for something. Can't find anything, but a little bit of more damage tallying up. They took advantage of a 3-1 split.
Reloading.
Blackout slowly but surely eating the damage here for E-Tank. I'm sure they're hoping for a similar tank on their survivor side. Shutting down with one hit, maybe even a no-hitter. 2-2 smoke jockeying coming. As they progress forward.
Good to go.
Here up to this next area. Here we go. Smoke Jock from the right side. Nice insta clear. Jockey gets M2. Not going to find anything. Spit's got no ticks. Boom from the back. Going to land a nice double. Smoke with the relatch. And that Smoker's going to stay alive. He's got his time back in 8. Looks like he's going to go back for the despawn. Double Boom's going to slow down the survivors a little bit. But I don't think it's going to slow them down enough that they're going to be able to push into this tank. Maybe they have time for a quick hit here. Tri-cap. Hunter's pre-spawn forward. Here comes the Smoker as well. Hunter skeeted. Charger trying to take the smoke target. Charger melted down. Nice insta-clear on that Smoker. Spit's got nothing. So they tried to send it in quick to get some more damage before this tank, but Blackout took it nicely. As we are coming up on the second tank of this game. It'll be access for Katartico. As he's going to stay back, avoid the chip, no reason. They have a boomer. I assume it's going to be a sack. Hunt Jock. I anticipate a boomer sack here. And there it is. Nice shutdown from Alive. As that should get him the support he needs in about 15 for the engage. Trying to get those curve rocks underneath, but it could just be just to keep the survivors back. I doubt he can curve underneath there. That'd be impressive, though. He's going to drop the second pass, get ready to roll, and he's going to do a fall rock. He's got to charge 100 jockey for support. Here comes the engage. He's going to take about 400 chip off that rock, and the rock got skeeted, so I'm not sure if that was even worth it. Here comes the early support. Chargers all the way in the back, looking to catch him on the run back. Hunt Jock from the front. This could be bad for the survivors. The Charger misses! Not even close, hitting the wall. Hunter's getting cleared. Tanks to be able to get a punch off of that. He's got his corner, but he's down to 1.6. He misses that punch. Jockey M2'd and cleared. He gets another punch on the Darky, so it's going to be better. He's going to get an in cap. Drops down to 400 HP. Tries to get a curve rock. Trying to dip out, and I think he's going to die off here. Yes, he will. But he got an in cap. That Charger had the right idea, but unfortunately he forgot to come from behind this corner. He charged right into this wall. So no good there. And they're going to walk out here with 64. So they are about 6%, 5% from losing this chapter. So if they want to win this chapter, they need to take basically no damage here on this last hit. 2-2 smoke Hunt, maybe 2 if they can get it up. Nice insta-clear. Hunt from the back. Maybe look for a separation. Smoke repull. Here comes the Hunt. It's going to land, so it's going to be the Hunt spit. And the smoke repull into the spit. Darky's going to eat a ton of damage off of that, and that is going to be Katartico winning Chapter 1. And now Blackout just needs to make safe room here without losing too much bonus. Keep this game really close. Keep this game head even. Smoker, Jockey, Charger, one more SI up and 2. I'm not sure what they have. They're going to try and blitz this hole, and they're able to get down. No SIs down below. Can they blitz this? They have a quad. It's so dark down here. Smoke pool in the back. Jockey finds a target. Hunter lands a tri-cap. Oh, that was so close to the quad. That was almost a sewer quad. They're going to eat a ton of damage here. And we only know what's going on based off the outlines. It's so dark down here. They're going to save face. They're not going to eat the quad. They're going to walk in with 389, making it a 1,156 to 888 point game. Tight game to start it. Waiting on one more ready up here as we get ready for Chapter 2 of Haunted Forest. Close game so far, 1,156 to 888. The triple eights. Simply a tank diff there. They almost ate it. Blackout almost eats a quad at the end. Other than that, it was rather even in terms of survivor. So That's a sign for things to come. I'm very excited for the rest of this matchup. As we are waiting on one more, we are waiting on access to ready up before we get this Chapter 2 started. And here we go. Chapter 2 live opening attack. Smoker, Jockey, Charger, Spitter. Most likely going to wait for this early ladder choke. Looks like all the SI are set up here, so it will be the early ladder choke. Coach blitzing it. He's not going to take the chance, clearing out as many common as he can. Flower takes the lead. Here comes the Charger. Finds a target, drops him down below. Jockey's going to catch a man up top. Nice clear on the ladder. Everything's going to get mopped up. That looked impressive. But the survivors and their quick reaction time is going to bring that attack down. About 5% bonus to open it. That looked dangerous. Nice clear on that Charger. As they begin their trek through. That was dangerous what Ellis just did. I think you can take fall damage there. Jockey, Hunter, Charger, Boomer for this next step. Probably going to send it quick. No Spitter. As they do have a tank up in 8%. Here comes the Hunter trying to latch someone in the back. Not going to find anything. Jockey finds a target cleared immediately. Boom drops down. Going to find a triple. Jockey gets cleared in the back. Nice triple Boom. That's going to slow the survivors down a little bit. A little bit of common damage. As they will bring in this tank. Third tank of the game. Second one for Blackout. Going to be up in the hands of Darky. And look at this push. Ellis is pushing, but he's going to get common locked. His teammate was there to clear it. Charger can't find anything, but now the survivors split 3-1. Smoker in the back. Hunter up top. Rock lands. But now this tank is in a bad situation. Nice skate on that Hunter. This tank isn't going to find anything. He finds a punch. He's actually got a corner. Can he get the in cap? He will. Darky finds an in cap, but that's going to be all he gets. Quick tank.
How are you feeling?
The aggressive play is going to pay off from Katartico. Only eating one in cap.
Pick this up just for you.
Deciding to push forward rather than taking it back. It was a little dangerous, but good play by Zeus. Covering his teammate who made the push. Otherwise, Ellis was capped there early. So they're going to walk away with 70% of the bonus. Charger, Jockey, Spitter, Boomer for this post-tank attack. And in this open area, it's going to be real hard to land a Charger without much setup. So we'll see what this Jockey can do. Welcome in, Infested. Great to see you as always. So glad you could make it in. Here comes the attack. SI rocketing in. Charger can't find anything. Jockey neither. Boom's going to land a single. Spit's got no ticks. And that's going to be all she wrote for that one. Do we have a quad attempt? I missed the sack. I know the Boom died last. I don't know what died third. We might have a quad attempt incoming. And they set off the car alarm. I've never heard that singing before. In all the times I've played Haunted Forest, I've never heard that singing. What is this? We actually have a 2-2 split here. We do have a quad. Here comes the 2-2 split. They're going to take advantage of that smoke pull in the back. Hunt's going to cover two. They're not going to get the quad, but there's still going to be a ton of damage. Charger getting the slams. Going back. That's going to be at least 2 slams. No, it's not even going to get one. What clear's coming out? Jockey finds a target. That is going to be massive damage. Off of that quad attempt, bringing him down to 51%. Taking advantage of the 2-2 split, even though they had a quad. We love to see that. Trying to maximize their damage as we come up on this event. We're going to have a 2-2 now after the quad. It's going to be a Hunt and a Charger. So high damage value coming up in this corridor. They can perhaps land a Hunt spit with the charge stack. Hunter's pre-spawned up top. Everything looks like it's coming from the front. Hunter's still pouncing around. Chipped a little bit. In comes the Boomer, finding a double. The rest of the SI going to attack off of that. Charge, Hunt finds a target. Nice double cap in the spit. One slam goes out. That's going to be massive damage coming out onto Ellis. And he almost eats an in cap. That's going to be big. Bring him down to 488. That DB is at 54%. As I think we're going to have one more attack from Blackout. We'll see what they get. It's going to be a tri-cap. Nice single boom. Smoke pulled down, gets cleared, but he still resets anyway. Jockey, nice double cap cover. Rochelle almost stumbled off. The jockey still got Coach. He's still taking massive amounts of damage. If Rochelle gets stumbled off, Ellis eats so much. That luck. Impressive. And here we go. Charger Spitter. Boomer and one more up in a second. It's going to be a smoker, so 2-2. Katartico eating a ton of damage. Charger gets a smack, but nothing more. Boom up front. Smoker pull maybe from the back. Spitter can't find anything. Smoker dies off too. And that's going to be Katartico making a second safe room with 358 or 356 bonus for a chapter score of 956, bringing the total to 2,112. Impressive. Blackout managing to get some great hits after tank. As we got some quick ready-ups going live here, second half of Chapter 2. Blackout answered the first time, keeping this game close. Now they're under the pressure once again to maybe match that bonus. It wasn't a lot of bonus, 356. 7-stream streak. What a goat. Infested, my king. Blackout matched the first time. Not a lot of bonus to match this time, but a kind of a difficult chapter to make it through. We'll see what Blackout can do. That tank. We'll see if they decide to push or maybe bring it back. It was dangerous to push, but, you know, here comes the first attack. Smoke Pool finds a target. That's going to be the charge stack. Jockey taking it forever to get cleared. That's going to be so much damage. Coach is going to fall all the way down to 50 HP off of the opening attack, bringing him down to 88%.
I'm a reload.
Nice coordination from that SI.
Reload.
Keeping Coach swimming in that spit. So we come up on attack number 2. Charger Hunter, Jockey Boomer. Survivors continuing to push. Boomer does not have a spawn anymore. Here comes the Hunt Jock. Jockey still can't find a target. Nice M2. Hunt lands a 15 DP. Boom from the top, landing a double. That's going to be that, but tons of damage coming out pre-tank. And I don't think they're going to be able to push when Coach is in the back getting hoarded. And they're really split 2-2 right now. And it looks like they're going to make the call to go back as the 4th tank of the game. Second for Katartico is going to be up in the hands of Zeus. And we'll see if the SI decides to send in an attack. Yes, they are. Here comes the tri-cap. Coach eating a ton of damage. Everything's just going to stack onto him. As Blackout opting to be less aggressive. Opting to go back to the typical spot that we see people fight this. Nice curve rock coming in. Problem is they sent in a whole hit, so they're going to have a boomer. Will they have time to sack it? Here it comes. It's going to land a single. Down it goes. And Zeus is going to dip to second pass, so I don't know if he's going to have time to fully wait for that support, but he can maybe engage with these commons. And it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. Zeus rolling it in here. Off the single boom. There's quite a few comments. Coach dips his pills early. He's got a Charger Hunter. One more SI up and 2. Charger's free spawned up, beating some chip. This tank has been shot down to 3.5k. Misses punch number 1. His final sport's going to be a smoker. He lands punch number 1. Gets his corner. It's going to be Nick, but he's down to 2.1. Survivor splitting themselves off. Rochelle's chasing that smoker. Nice play. Nice skeet coming out too. Charger's going to find a target. The tank's looking to cover. Here comes the rock. Slams go down. That's going to be corner number 2. Can he get the in-cap before this tank dies off? And he turns his attention to Rochelle, who's trying to melee him, so he's going to go down. But tons of damage coming out of this one.
I'll take this one.
And now with the added map percentage, they went back. So now they're going to have 80% of the map to go through, and they are only 121 points from losing this chapter. Here comes the spit. Nice jockey M2. And that's not good. Still have a lot of map to go, and they're in danger of losing this second chapter as well. Smoker down below, maybe just distracting. It's going to get picked off.
That was me. No.
So Blackout begins their retrek. Going to be able to make it through this tunnel unharmed. We'll see what this next attack is. We have a Charger Hunter, one more SI up here, Jockey, and the last one up in 3 seconds. Coming out on this open area. And it's going to be a spit, so high damage potential here. Come the rockets. Hunter's pre-spawned up. Here we go. Charger in. Can't find a target. Hunter skeeted right out of the air. Jockey can't find anything either. Spit's got nothing. Absolutely no damage coming out of that attack, and that's exactly what Blackout needs to do if they want to keep this lead. Bring this game closer. About halfway through the map now. If they can do that to all the SI, it's going to be hard coming up on that event. But if they can do that to all the SI, it's going to be fun.
Reload.
Thank you, Infested. As we have a Hunter from the back.
Reload.
Gonna get some chip. Hello, Xanderito. I do not speak Spanish, but there is a Spanish cast if you go to twitch.tv/... Oh, God, I don't remember. I think it's Montex.
This is creepy.
1 second, I will find that for you. I'll try and cast as well. Here comes the Hunter. I'm first person him. He's going to find a target. Boom, single boom in the back. Let me see if I can find Montex for you. He is a Spanish caster. And he is covering this game as well. Jockey's going to find one. Look at this nice attack here. In the spit. Darky's going to go down. Coach is going to be down to 1 HP. And he's going to go down to the comments in the back. Here's that link, by the way. That is a Spanish caster covering this very game. Smoke pool up front. They're going to be in bad shape. They're going to lose this chapter by a ton, and they still got the event to make their way through. Boom, Hunt charge. One more up in 10. Charger's pre-spawned up. Looks like they're not going to wait for that 4th SI. Charger's going to eat a ton of chip, and down he goes. Can't find anything. That last SI is going to be a Jockey. Hunter's pre-spawned up in the back. And the survivors are getting away. Jockey's going to get some chip, too. Hunter's going to find a target. Go down. Nice quad boom. And that Jockey's going to get some ticks. So the bonus is just going to keep plummeting. Dark eating a ton of common slaps. And here comes the spit to block the entranceway. That's going to split the survivors 3-1 now. Comes a smoke pull in the back. Nice insta-clear. Renaps watching his teammate. Charger, Spitter, Hunter. Lots of damage, but that Charger's going to get absolutely melted. Hunter can't get around the corner. Going to get skeeted. Spit goes down, and Coach is going to go down. And Darky's going to die! So from the looks of it, Blackout's not even going to make the safe room. And if they do, it's not going to be with 4. Darky dies off here. They still have quite a bit of ways to go. Here comes the boom, trying to get an arc over. He's going to find a single there at the end. The common slaps are going to continue coming out. Jockey, Charger, Smoker sending in this attack. Jockey pre-spawned up in the back. Charger, Smoker from the front. Here we go. Smoker misses. Charger lands. Smoke pool from the front. Jockey gets melted. So everything gets mopped up, and the 3 are going to continue to trek forward. It's just a distance game at this point, looking to keep up. Looking to get as many points as they possibly can. I forgot I had an S&D restart. Ellis is going to go down to a Hunter scratch. The Hunter's going to die off. A boom spit's currently up. They could delay that pickup. Here we go. They're going to do exactly that. And the boom stumble is going to knock Renaps out of the spit. And are they going to cut their losses and leave? Looks like it. Charger's going to find a target. Renaps with a great clear. And they're going to cut their losses, leave Ellis for dead. Just get more distance points, trying to do what they can. They have 15 bonus left, and it's going to be all on Jorman. So if Jorman can lock in the safe room, they'll get some bonus, but the chances of that happening are unlikely. Here we go. Here comes the attack. Smoke lands. Hunter trying to cover. Nice double cap. That's going to wipe out Blackout. So they're going to have a 526 chapter score. And now they're going to be trailing. Here we go, going live, Chapter 3. The infamous Chapter 3. And here comes the SI, sending it fast. Charger can't find anything. Smoker cleared immediately. Jockey getting a tick, but nothing else. Everything mopped up quickly. Boom's got a spawn as the early tank is up. Boom finds a single. And Blackout needs something big here as they are trailing big now after a sloppy Chapter 2. As we have this tank going to be up in the hands of Betrayed. And Survivor's wallbang through Swallow, so they're going to roll in with this common. Very fast commit here, down to 4.3k. He's losing HP fast. Charger Hunter for support. One more SI, it's going to be a Smoker. Charger's going to find a target. Tank can't find anything yet. Hunter's going to find one. He's going to get that punch on the coach, so he's going to at least get one corner here. It's still 2 punches away. Turns his attention over Ellis, spreading the level a little bit, going for Rochelle. Getting a punch on her as well. And he loses his corner, and he's going to die off, but he's going to spread the love nicely. And that was only tank number 1 out of 2.
Reload. Well, somebody's gonna make them.
This is going to be coming up here shortly, right after they push the piano. There we go. Piano's up. Spitter, Boomer, Jockey. One more SI up. Here in a minute. Jockey's going to go down. That's going to be the tank. And they have a Charger for the support back. Second tank of this map. Going to be up in the hands of Alive. He's going to eat 500 and chip. The Spitter's going to block. This tank might be able to roll it in. He's got a Boomer and a Charger for support, though, so I don't know if he wants to roll in with that. Here comes the Boom. It's not going to find anything, so this tank is going to wisely wait. Coach is going to try and get some more chip on it. Nothing coming, though. Tank begins to roll in. Trying to avoid the chip as much as he can. Here's a Charger. 2 more SI up in about 5 seconds. We got a Hunter. And the last one is going to be a Smoker. So he's got probably the support he wants. 5.5k is going to get mowed down by these Uzis as he drops down to second. 5.2k on commit. Here we go. Trying to avoid it, but he's going to get mowed down. The support's going to have to go super early. He's already dipped below 3k. 2.9 on commit. Support's up top. Still nothing from the support. Nice double cap landing. That would have been a tri-cap if he didn't get that skeet. So clutch play from Ellis. He's going to be able to get another in cap. Perhaps one onto Nick. Can he catch him in time? He won't. So both tanks are going to die off. Katartico's going to survive. And let's see. Let's assess the damage here. Smoker's still up. Going to be able to latch a pull. So he cleared immediately, though. Rochelle drops the pickup. Interesting. Let's assess the damage here. Both tanks. And they're going to be down to 565 bonus. That's 36.6% of it. With about 70% of the map to trek through. But that's both tanks out of the way. As we're going to have a 2-2 coming up. Jockey's pre-spawn forward. Second SI is going to be a Hunter along with the Boom Spit. Maybe going to try to make an attempt in this doorway. Everything coming from the front. Let's see. Coach maybe trying to get a pick off that Spitter. Jockey dies off. Hunter lands. Spit's not going to be able to find anything, though. Maybe just a little delay. Single Boom comes out. And the Spitter's going to save, so they're not going to go for a quad attempt here. Understandable. A lot of corridors, a lot of narrow hallways come up here for the last half of this map. So Spitter's probably what you want. Close the door on themselves.
Pills here.
And they're going to find an extra set of pills, bringing them up to 575. Charger, Spitter, Smoker, Jockey coming up. Tight corridor hit here. Here comes the Jockey. Look to split Survivors 2-2. Smoker's going to get insta-cleared. Charger can't find anything just yet. Going to ram off the door. And the Spit's not going to find anything.
Look out!
Look out!
Scary. And Katartico continues to blitz through, holding on to the bonus they have left. And that's not good. If they can lock in this 500 or even 400, that's going to be really good for them. That's going to be really good for them. Boomer, Jockey, Charger, Hunter. Incoming now. The survivors are split 3-1. Now 2-2. Jockey's going to find a target, not be able to reset. Boom lands a double. Nice skeet coming out. Charger's going to find one. Can he get a slam? He will. He gets one. So the damage is there. Boom gets a 2 proxy. Going to bring him down to 435, but still, I think that's going to be it. Safe room's right down there. I think that's going to be... That's it. They're going to be able to lock in this 435. We're going to have some staggered SI here. Spitter's up. Smoker's up. One more SI is going to be up in 1. Spit's going to be able to delay. So we're going to see another attack as Coach is going to go down. Jockey, Smoker, and a Hunter's currently up. Here comes the attack. Smoke's going to find a target. It's going to get cleared. Hunter takes that target. Jockey cover. So a couple more ticks. We'll see what bonus they have. Whenever Coach gets picked up. 396. And that's going to be what Katartico locks in. There's just a little level there at the end to be funny. And they're going to go ahead and give them 396. Another 1,000 chapter score. 3,208 points. The total after 3. Impressive showing so far by Katartico. Here we go, one ready up away from the second half of Chapter 3 of Haunted Forest. Katartico in the driver's seat right now. Surviving 2 tanks and holding on to the bonus they had afterwards, locking in another 1,000 point chapter score. Blackout, with only 1 chapter remaining after this one, is under pressure. Do the same. That finale's tough. A lot of tight hits. A lot of spitter potential. Tough to survive. And of course, all the logs, they don't in-cap, but they do some damage on that tank. So tough to survive. So they need to make up a lot of points here now, but they have 2 tanks to go through as we get ready. Opening attack, Jockey, Charger, Boomer, Smoker. As second half of Chapter 3 kicks off. Blackout, under pressure to perform. Survivors split off.
Zombies and ghosts? Oh man, this is gonna be cool.
Here comes the attack. Charger rocketing in, can't find anything. Smoker instantly cleared. Jockey takes that target. And the 1 boom as we have this first of 2 tanks up. It's going to be Flyra. Is he AFK? Okay, he's rotating. He's not AFK. Just hanging out. Welcome in, ABP. Great to see you, my friend. Great to see you. Welcome in. You are tuned into this Division 1 matchup here on Haunted Forest between Blackout and Katartico. You can see by the scores, Katartico in the driver's seat. Blackout is yet to do the survivor side here. Katartico was able to kill both tanks and lock in a 1,000 point chapter. We'll see if they can do the same as this first tank is rolling in. He's down below 4K, 3.6 on commit. Support's going to be 100 Jockey, Smoker. Hunter's dead. Tank's got his corner with that. Jockey, no, he doesn't have the corner. Nice dodging from Rochelle. Smoker's going to be able to get cleared. This tank is only going to get a punch. First tank is going to be handled beautifully by Blackout, and that is exactly what they need. They need to do that to the second one as well. Absolutely phenomenal movement from Rochelle, getting away from that corner. As the trek begins up to the second tank, Piano is pressed. Charger Spitters currently up. Although that Charger, I think, is going to be the tank. Yeah, it's going to be Lang, so that Charger's going to be the tank. He can't find a spawn. Here comes the boom. Charger going in, going to die off. Second tank of this chapter is going to be up in the hands of Lang as they begin the press back. Double boom lands. Hunter going in. Can't find anything. The boomer stumbled him. Spitter's going to get a tick, but nothing more. They're going to be able to get back cleanly. Great start from Blackout as Lang has tank number 2. pushing in. Coach getting the chip, trying to be aggressive. Nice curve rock, but that's it. A lot of pressure riding on this tank. If Blackout can survive this healthy, then they can bring this game back heading into finale. Tank trying to get those curves, mainly just trying to scare off the survivors, trying to avoid that chip. But right now, these survivors are going to mow him down upon commit. Here we go. Looks like he's going to have what he wants. Smoker charge of Jockey. He dips below 3K again, down to 3.9 as he engages. Smoke's going to find the early pull. That's going to be the tank's corner. He gets a corner at 3K. Dips down to 2.1. The survivors stopped shooting the tank. He's going to get that first in cap, and now he's got 1.2K. Jockey lands. That's going to be another punch. Smoke can't find anything. Another punch coming out, and this tank lands another. So many unnecessary punches, and that's going to be a pause coming out. That was a lot more punches than necessary. Darky got cornered, and they stopped shooting him. He lost about 500 in the time he went from Darky to his next corner. So we have a pause. All right, Zeus has reloaded in. We are back.
Anyone else feel like crap right now?
So Blackout is going to survive tank number 2, but with a lot more damage. They're going to take a ton of damage. They're down to 662. So they're under 300 away from losing the chapter. They cannot afford to lose this chapter too. Smoker, Charger, Hunter, Boomer for this next attack. Smoker still looking for a respawn. Hunter spawned up front. Here comes the Charger. Gets 2 punches, but nothing more. Hunter gets skeeted. Double boom. And that Smoker's just going to die off. And this is, it's so frustrating on the side of Blackout. I mean, they had that tank dead to rights, but they stopped shooting him after he gets his first in cap. Otherwise, I don't think he gets anything more, and they're going to be walking away with lots of bonus here. But now they're in danger of losing the chapter again. And if they do that, a comeback on the finale is going to be pretty much impossible. Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, Charger here in this corridor. So some dangerous attack here. Coach clearing out the comments in the back. Blackout has to take these hits perfectly. They cannot afford. Take a ton of damage. Katartico letting him come up a little bit. Interesting. And then I'll let him get out of the corridor and up into this corridor instead. They feel more confident in their chances here. Here comes the Hunter. It's going to find a target. Nice insta-clear. Charger does not get the stumble. Jockey gets killed off. Spitter's going to find nothing. Perfect take from Blackout. Exactly what they needed. They need to win this chapter. And they're going to keep pressing forward. We saw it down there. Katartico walked in with 396. Blackout currently has 604. So we know what they need to do. Jockey, Smoker, Hunter, Boomer. Next attack, they're about 95% of the way through. They can take these next 2 hits perfectly, then they'll be able to win the chapter. Maybe try for a comeback. Here comes the Hunter. Can't get out of that room. Smoker spawned up. Hunter's going to die off. Smoke insta-clear. Jockey can't find anything. Here comes Boom from the front. Nice double. Double proxy. Jockey look for a separation on to Nick. Can Nick win that 1v1? He can't! And no one's watching him. He's going to get wall banged, but he's going to take so much damage. They don't know where he is. Oh my god, the damage is unnecessary there at the end. Will they be able to walk it in? This might still win the chapter as long as they don't do anything stupid here at the end. Here comes the Charger. We're going to latch on. Spitter is getting blocked. So the Spit Charge isn't going to find anything. Here comes the Hunter. Spit's going to get targeted. There's going to be the Spit Pounce. Pull back through. Jorman's going to go down. And is that going to be them losing again?
Everybody inside.
No, they're going to win this chapter by less than 100. 25-74. Oh, boy. So they're going to be trailing by about 700. A little less than 700. A little over 600 here heading into finale. Gabriel, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. We are getting ready for the conclusion of this matchup, final chapter of Haunted Forest. It's been a decent one so far. Katartico has been like one step ahead of Blackout the whole time, but Blackout has been able to keep it close, keep it manageable. It's a 634-point game heading into chapter 4. Of course, this chapter is tough. There's so many big hit potentials, including this very first one here on this stairwell. Spitter, Charger, Jockey, Smoker for attack number 1.
Almost there.
Flower's gonna be able to take this. They got 2 and 2. Smoker's up. Here comes the Charger. And the Smoker pulls him out of the way. The Smoke Spit's gonna land, get some ticks. But the Smoker pulled him out of the way. The Jockey up in the back there. Decent damage coming out. About 8% bonus. So that was good, but that Charger almost got a big charge. And the Spitter would have blocked or sooner. At least I'd say he was getting 2 slams out of that.
Everyone ready for this shit?
Looks like the tank is 29%. I don't know if that's accurate or if it's just going to say that and it's not actually true. I don't know how the finale works. We have a 2-2. Hunter's going to get instantly cleared. Spit hits. Nice double boom. Nothing more coming out there. As they begin this finale, 88% bonus.
Reloading.
What a fun match this has been here on Haunted Forest on this frigid Friday night. I don't know where it is for everyone else, but it is currently 2 degrees where I live. And that's not including wind chill, so it's probably well in the negatives. As we have an early quad attempt for Blackout coming up here in this tunnel. If they can land this, it would be huge. The Go-Go's are called. Smoker melted down. Charger can't find anything. Jockey Hunter go for the same target. Very sloppy quad attempt. And it's going to get mopped up easily. Yeah, this tank is static, so even though it says 29%, it's not going to be till the outside area there. Very sloppy quad attempt there. As the Smoker pre-spawned up, got melted down. Charger did not cover, and he missed. So a 2-2 Charge Smoke coming up next. Survivor split 2-2 down the corridors. Here comes the Charger, still not able to find a target. Smoker pull. Spit's got nothing, and I think we have another quad attempt incoming. Sorry, just looking at something really fast. Okay, we're good. Ellis is going to dip his first set of pills. We're going to have quad attempt number 2 coming up for Blackout. Perhaps hoping for a better outcome this time. Hunter's already pre-spawned up. The Go-Go's are called. Here we go. Charger flying in. Can't find anything. Smoke pull. Hunt pounce. So the double lands, but the Jockey can't find anything, and the Charger couldn't either. Charger's having trouble landing, which I find interesting because with how kind of clustered these corridors are, you would think that the Chargers would have an easier time landing, but Blackout's currently 0 for 3 on Chargers, and the distance is going to keep crawling up, and the more distance that keeps crawling up, the harder it's going to be for Blackout to come back on their Survivor side. As the 2-2 comes up, Spit dies early. Down goes the boom. Here comes the Charge Hunt as the tank is up. Lots of pressure riding on this one. Renaps has the final tank for Blackout. And he needs big damage here. He gets stuck on the corpse. That's awesome. Renaps needs big damage if his team wants any chance. Jockey, Smoker, Boomer, so that he has time to sack that boom if they go now. But they don't want to wait too long. Here comes the boom. It's going to get him to shut down. Missile shut down from Blackout. Looks like they don't want the Jockey either. And now the Survivors can maybe get a little aggressive. There's only one support. Renaps is down to second pass. So I think he's going to have to roll in before his SI are up and ready. So they're going to have to find spawns quick and get it going. He's only taking about 200 in chip. He's now about 400 as he's going to roll in. Renaps, high pressure tank, 20% second. Dips under 5K. Charger, Hunter, Smoker for his support. Here we go. Hunter's pre-spawned up looking for something early. These logs don't in-cap. They just do some damage. Hunter taking forever to get cleared. He's going to get that corner. Charger's going to be able to run away. He loses that corner. Smoke covers it. They're going to be able to get the stack onto Ellis. He's trying to get these logs. I don't know if he knows they don't in-cap. Renaps is now lost with no support. Looking for a last-second rock. Can't find it. He is going to die off. So that is in the opposite of what they needed. 839 bonus remaining post-tank, and I think that might just seal it. It's going to be real hard to do anything more than that. I don't know if it's going to be mathematically possible. They're going to have one more attack to bring down this bonus to make it possible to win. Jockey, Hunter, 2 more SI up. Survivors pushing forward quick. This will be the final attack for Blackout. They need something big. It's going to be a quad. They need to land this. Honestly, they need to land this Hunter Jockey both pre-spawned up. Here comes the Charger. Lots of common. Here comes the Charger. It finds one. It's going to get cleared, though. The rest of the SI aren't going. Jockey's dead. Hunter finds a target. Nice double cap. Going to be some good damage. Flower's going to go down, so they may be able to get a couple staggered SI off the 2 and 2. But why did the rest of the SI didn't go with the Charger? Why? I don't get it. But they're going to go down to about 568. Are we going to be able to get some staggered hits, maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. They're going to be able to walk onto this boat with 568. They're going to get another 1,000-point chapter. Spit goes down, but they are in. The boat goes bye-bye. And they lock it in. 568. 1,368 bonus. 4,576 chapters out of 4 chapters. An impressive showing from Katartico. And that's going to be over 2,000 points. So that is going to be not mathematically possible. I don't think. Oh, well. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. The total health bonus they can get is 1,760. They need to walk in with 1,202 bonus. So they need to basically take nothing. Smoke pull forward. Charger takes that, and that's not the start they needed. And the jockey in the back, and that's just going to end it quickly, I think. Bring them down to 1,538. They need 1,202 to win, and they are down to 1,538 after the first attack. The chances were slim, but not zero, but now they're even slimmer. They basically got to walk through here, take this, all these hits, plus the tank, on no damage, and the triple boom lands. That's not going to do it. Smoker dies off too. They're going to get a charge hunt spit and a jock. So high damage value. As Blackout begins their push through.
Reloading. Hey, I'm reloading.
Here comes. Jockey, Spitter, Hunter, Charger. Here comes the attack. Hunt lands. Spit goes down. Charge can't find anything. Jockey goes down, but Rochelle's going to eat a ton. Bringing her down to 45 off of that hit. Great attack. Now they can only lose 165 bonus, and they lose this match. Next attack will probably do it if things land. Charger, Smoker, Hunter, Boomer coming up. Smoke, pull, reset, instantly cleared. Hunt takes that target. Charge. Oh, that would have been awesome. But he doesn't have a target, so he dies off. Down to 1267. They keep pressing forward.
Reloading. Hey, I'm reloading. Reloading.
Tri-cap coming up. Smoke finds a target. Jockey M2. Smoker gets cleared. Jockey dies off. Hunt has yet to go in. Smoke gets to re-engage. Nice double cap landing. Spit's going to go down, and that is going to be game, ladies and gentlemen. They needed 1,202. They have dipped down to 1,120. So Katartico is going to officially claim the victory here. And we'll see just by how much as Blackout continues forward. Next set of spawns about to be up. Charger, Boomer. Jockey to support it. And one more SI up in about 2 seconds. It's going to be a Hunter. Charge finds the target up top. Going to be instantly cleared. Boomer spawns up all the way in the back. I don't know if he finds anything. Hunter latches. Jockey covers. And Rochelle's going to die. The jockey got the separation pull over the ledge. Rochelle dies. And survivors are down 1. As tank is up, final tank of this tournament match going to be up in the hands of Access for Katartico. He might just roll this in. Survivor's already down 3, down the game. Or down 1, I mean, not down 3. That'd be crazy. The Access has his final tank. Survivor's being aggressive. Down about 100 chip. Smoker Charger, one more SI up and 8 for his support. Nice rock skeet from Renaps. Here we go, tank rolling in. Hunter Smoker Charger for his support. He's going for this first log. Nice punch into the depth charge. Renaps dies off. Smoker covers. Tank has this final corner. Hunter gets melee skated. And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. That'll bring us to the end of this tournament match. Katartico, an impressive showing here on Haunted Forest, winning this one 4,576 to 3,104. GG, everyone.